Okay, Jai Sriman Narayana, everyone. Let's get started. Welcome to the session on Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So last week we discussed Shloka number 8 from Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So let's do a quick recap of that and then start today's discussion. Okay, I'll share here. So last week we discussed Shloka number 8 from Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Īśvaro Pranada Prano Jheshta Shreshta Prajapatihi Hiranyagarbho Bhugarbho Madhavo Madhusudanaha. So let's all repeat this. Īśvaro Pranada Prano
Īśvaro Prano
Jeshta Shreshta Prajapatihi
Jeshta Shrestha Prajapatihi
Hiranyagarbha Bhugarbho
Hiranyagarbho Bhugarbho
Madhavo Madhusudanaha.
Madhavo Madhusudanaha.
So Īśvara, the Supreme Controller. Pranada, the one who gives life. Prana, the life itself. Jeshta, the eldest of all. Shrestha, the most glorious, the best. Prajapatihi, the leader of all beings. Hiranyagarbha, the creator. Bhugarbha, the nurturer of the earth. Madhava, Lord of knowledge or consort of Lakshmi, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the husband of Sri Mahalakshmi, that is none other than Sriman Narayana. Madhusudanaha, the slayer of the demon Madhu. So we discussed how the Supreme Lord, he controls everybody in the three planetary systems. He controls the movements of all the planets, controls the movements of the Panchamahabhuta, controls the movements of every small atom. That is Īśvara. And the purpose of controlling or the nature of this niyantritvam or nature of controlling is not like a dictatorship, right? It is to prevent people from being misled or to prevent people from going down on the path. So whoever is on the Bhuloka, there is a chance that they might go down to Pathalaloka. So Bhagavan, by controlling our desires, our actions and everything, he is preventing us from getting into further dangers. For example, a small child, if the mother or father doesn't control, they can be exposed to many different dangers. If there is a fire in the home, they can get caught with the fire, or wild animals, anything, right? They can have fall down, all those things. So that's not to control, and that's not to dictate on people, right? It is for the welfare of people, controller. Pranada, one who gives life. We discussed the example of Parikshit Maharaj, how Uttara, when he prayed to Krishna, Krishna entered the womb of Uttara and protected Parikshit Maharaj. So he gave life to Parikshit Maharaj. Pranada, one who gives life. So, and all of us who are in this, in this life, It is the same Bhagavan who gave us the life. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham bija pradapitaha. He is the seed giving father. And prana, and he is the life force within this body. He is the life force. He comes in the form of the life force. When he has the name as prana, that means his name is not different from him. That means the air is not different from him. So we cannot see air, but there is an air. So Bhagavan is present in that avyakta rupam in the form of air. That air which is filled in the entire universe, and that air which is filled in our body. So that is prana. And did we discuss any example about prana? Any story about prana? I don't think so. Yeah. Next, Jeshta, he is the Purana Purusha. He is older than the oldest. He's Jeshta. He is the first cosmic being, and he is the one who remains even after the dissolution of the material world. Next, Shrestha. Shrestha, the best, the most glorious. We discussed the story of Bhrigu Muni, how he was appointed by all the devatas and sages to find out who is the best, Brahma, Shiva or Vishnu. So we discussed about this story. So he is the best, Vishnu. He is in the mode of Vishuddha Sattva, whereas Brahma is in the mode of passion and Shiva is in the mode of ignorance, the Tamoguna. And they need that. When we say that Lord Shiva is in Tamoguna, it is not the Tamoguna that we see in the material world, where people of Tamasika Guna, they drink, they are into all kinds of activity, they are lazy. No, not like that. Lord Shiva is bestowed with Tamoguna by Vishnu himself for the purpose of destruction. And Brahma is bestowed with Rajoguna, mode of goodness, mode of passion, for the purpose of creating. So you need to create anything, to write software piece of code, you need some kind of passion for that. And if you want to destroy things means, in the sense, if you don't want to work, if you don't want to take care of yourself, so you have to be lazy, right? You have to sleep more and you have to be lazy. That is Tamoguna. So to destroy your own self, to destroy others, to destroy the world, you need Tamoguna. But to maintain, let's say you have a child, and to maintain the child, you need Sattvaguna. You need Sattvaguna. You should not be agitated, because the child will learn everything from us. Simply by learning, simply by seeing us, the child will learn. So to maintain anything, we need Sattvaguna. So Vishnu is in the Sattvaguna. So Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. So Srishti, Brahma does the Srishti. Sthiti, Vishnu does the Sthiti, the protection, maintenance, nurturing, all of that. And Laya is the destruction. Lord Shiva does Laya. Next, Prajapatihi, the uncontested leader. So he is the leader of all the creators. Brahma is the secondary creator, and Brahma, from his mind, he created the Sapta Rishis. The Sapta Rishis are called Prajapatis. Sapta Rishis are given the responsibility of creating people, creating animals, creating various living entities, the trees and various living entities. So the leader of all these Sapta Rishis or Prajapatis is Brahma, and the leader of Brahma is Vishnu. So Vishnu is the ultimate Prajapati. Even the Sapta Rishis are also called Prajapatis, but the best among these Prajapatis, the leader of all the Prajapatis is Vishnu. Hiranyagarbha, Bhugarbha. By Hiranyagarbha means the golden womb of Sri Mahavishnu. Bhugarbha is the earthly womb. So the word Garbha indicates womb. That means that is the place from which something is created. Okay, the originator, the creator. So these two names, Hiranyagarbha, Bhugarbha, instruct us in our practical life that we should be dependent on Bhagavan. For everything, we should become dependent on Bhagavan. Because without Bhagavan holding this universe or this planet Earth, we cannot sustain, we cannot exist. So Hiranyagarbha, Bhugarbha. Madhava, we discussed several meanings of the word Madhava. One meaning is the husband of the goddess of Lakshmi, husband of goddess of fortune. Ma means wealth. Dhava means the husband. Madhava, the husband of wealth. Madhavo, Madhavo Vachi, Madhavo, Madhavo Hridi, Madhavo, we discussed one shloka. Madhavo, Madhavo Vachi, Madhavo, Madhavo Hridi. Sarvakaleshu Madhavam. Sarvakaryeshu Madhavam. That means in all your activities, in all your tasks, in your day-to-day life, always think about Madhava. Madhavo, Madhavo Vachi. Always sing the names of Madhava. Madhavo, Madhavo Hridi. Always fill your heart with Madhava, heart and mind with Madhava. And Sarva Karyeshu Madhavam. In all your tasks, remember Madhava. Madhusudana. Madhu is the name of a demon and Sudana is the killer. So it is the Krishna who killed a demon by the name Madhusudana. Krishna actually Vishnu. Madhu and Kaitaba. There were two demons, almost like twin brothers, Madhu and Kaitaba. So Vishnu killed those two demons, Madhusudana. The internal meaning of this name is he is that Madhusudana who kills the demons within our heart, the destroyer of the inner demons, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya. Okay. So this is the summary of Shloka 8. It provides path to liberation. It discusses about creation and nurturing, absolute authority, Ishana Prajapatihi, vitality of life, Pranada Prana, supremacy in time and virtue, Jeshta Shrestha. Nicely categorized. All the different names nicely categorized. Okay, now let's discuss the next shloka. Okay, so the online people, do you see my slide?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now what do you see?
Sloka 9, the omnipotent, Akshar, the compassionate.
Okay, you are still seeing the slide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, Shloka number 9. This has the names from 75 to 85. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ anuttamo Durādharṣaḥ Kṛtajñaḥ kṛtir ātmavān Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ anuttamo dhurādarṣaḥ kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ anuttamo dhurādharṣaḥ kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān. The Lord is the controller of the universe, who makes things happen at His will. He has giant strides and is ever so courageous. He is Rama amongst wielders of the bow. He is Medhāvī, or fountainhead of knowledge on all subjects, and has a gigantic memory. He travels around the world on his Garuda Vahana, the king of birds, and he is the force behind all movement. He is unparalleled and unexcelled, and is invincible. Yet he is grateful to his ardent devotees, showering his kindness and compassion. He dwells in all of us and is omnipresent. Īśvara, the supreme controller or omnipotent. Vikramī, the courageous one, Vamana, in the Vamana Avatara. Dhanvī, the wielder of the bow, Rama. Medhāvī, the supremely intelligent. Vikrama, the one with giant strides, who rides on Garuda. Krama, the maintainer of cosmic order. Anuttama, the ultimate unsurpassed. Durādharṣaḥ, the invincible one. Darsha means to see. Durādharṣaḥ means the invincible, one who cannot be seen. Kṛtajñaḥ, the grateful one, grateful to his devotees. Kṛtir, the force behind all actions. ātmavān, established in his own greatness. So let's recite the Śloka together. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī
Īśvaro
Vikramī
Vikramī
Dhanvī
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
anuttamo dhurādharṣaḥ
Anuttamo
Durādharṣaḥ
kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān
Kṛtajñaḥ
ātmavān
Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī
Īśvaro
Vikramī
Vikramī
Dhanvī
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
anuttamo dhurādharṣaḥ
Anuttamo
Durādharṣaḥ
kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān
Kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān
Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
anuttamo dhurādharṣaḥ kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān
Anuttamo Durādharṣaḥ Kṛtajñaḥ kṛtirātmavān.
Let's also recite the mantra style chanting for these names. There are 11 names in this Śloka, 75 to 85. Om Īśvarāya Namaha.
Om Īśvarāya Namaha.
Om Vikramine Namaha.
Om Vikramine Namaha.
Om Dhanvine Namaha.
Om Dhanvine Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om Vikramāya Namaha.
Om Vikramāya Namaha.
Om Kṛmāya Namaha.
Om Kṛmāya Namaha.
ॐ अनुत्तमाय नमः।
ॐ अनुत्तमाय नमः।
ॐ धुराधर्षाय नमः।
ॐ दुरादर्शाय नमः।
ॐ कृतज्ञाय नमः।
ॐ कृतज्ञाय नमः।
ॐ कृतये नमः।
ॐ कृतये नमः।
ॐ आत्मवते नमः।
ॐ आत्मवते नमः।
Okay, so the first word is Īśvara. Om Īśvarāya Namaha. Īśvara means omnipotent or controller, supreme controller. He has overriding power over karma itself. Vedantis established that without his absolute will, sankalpa, rituals are empty. He is the real source of power. So he is Īśvara because he is all powerful. The Lord is the Lord is described. The definition or the criteria of Bhagavan is given by Parashara Muni as Aishwaryascha samagrascha viryascha yashayashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva shannam bhagam itingana. He who possesses all wealth, the complete wealth, he who possesses all knowledge, he possesses the name and fame, he possesses all beauty, and the one who possesses great strength, extraordinary power. And on top of these five, he has the quality of renunciation, vairagya. So, because he possesses all these opulences, all these great power in full, in samagra rupena, that's why he is Īśvara. Anything that you need to control, whether, when Krishna controlled the hearts of the hearts and minds of gopis with his beauty, or when Krishna controlled Arjuna, when Krishna controlled is controlling this entire universe by his teachings of Bhagavad Gita, that is knowledge aspect. And when Krishna killed all different demons in Vrindavan, in Mathura, including Kamsa, Mushtika, Chanura, Kuvalayapida. Kuvalayapida is an elephant that has the strength of 1,000 elephants. One elephant, one gigantic elephant, has the strength of 1,000 elephants. So Kuvalayapida, Krishna killed all these demons. How? Because he is the most, he has the powerful strength, extraordinary power. And that same Krishna, he lifted Govardhana hill for 7 days and 7 nights. So all these things show that he has the extraordinary power, the beauty, the knowledge, and the wealth. He is the husband of Sri Mahalakshmi. Sri Mahalakshmi is the abode of all the wealth, and he is the husband of all the wealth. Husband of Sri Mahalakshmi. So he is the richest. So Aishwaryascha samagrascha viryascha yashayashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva shannam bhagam itingana. Because he possesses all these extraordinary qualities and power, that's why he is Īśvara, one who controls everybody. He is all powerful. In Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma says, Īśvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Īśvara Parama Krishna. That means Krishna is Parameshwara. Oftentimes when we hear the word Parameshwara, we think it is Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is also Īśvara. Indra is also Īśvara. Chandra, Agni, Varuna, Vayu, they are all Īśvaras. They are all controlling some aspects in the universal government. But who is the actual Parameshwara or Maheshwara? That is Krishna or Vishnu. Īśvara Parama Krishna. In Damodara-ashtakam, Satyavrata Muni begins by saying, Namamīśvaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam. Namami Īśvaram. I offer my pranam to that Īśvara who has a Sachidananda Swarupam. Namamīśvaram Sachidanandarupam. And so Adi Shankaracharya says that with his power and ability, he can do anything. And how great is that ability to do anything? With his sankalpa, he can do anything. Now, for us, in order to do something, we have to invest our energy. We have to invest our blood and sweat, time, energy. We have to invest. Whereas Bhagavan, simply by desiring, he can create things. Īśvara, controller, powerful being. Okay, so next, Vikramī. Next name is Vikramī. Īśvara, then next name is Vikramī. Om Vikramine Namaha. Om Vikramine Namaha. Vikramī. What is the meaning of the word Vikramī? The courageous one. Vamana. So it's interesting to see two names, they almost are similar. Vikramī and Vikrama. But there's a difference in the name, in the meaning. Vikrama means one who with giant strides. Stride means steps. And Vikramī, the courageous one, Vamana. So as Vikramī, what did he do? He covered the entire heaven and earth with his 2 steps. So all of us, we know the story of Bali Maharaj and Vaman Dev, the Vamana Avatara. Vamana Avatara is one of the 26 important avatars of Bhagavan. So what happened in Vamana Avatara? When Bali Maharaj, who is well known for his charity, anybody who comes in front of him and they ask anything, there was never a time Bali Maharaj denied it. There was a story where I think a giant bird came and Bali Maharaj and the bird asked the flesh of Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj cut his leg and gave it to the bird. And that bird is none other than one of the devatas. One of the devatas wanted to test the daya gunam, dana gunam of Bali Maharaj. So because he has this compassion and big heart to donate anything, and whoever asks in front of him, he has this compassion to give anything. He has a tinge of pride. He has a tinge of pride, thinking that he is the most charitable in the entire earth. So Vishnu wanted to destroy that pride. So he came in the form of a little dwarf, Vamana. And Vamana looked like a sannyasi, like a monk, like an avaduta brahmana. So then Bali Maharaj asked, O Brahmana, what can I do for you? How can I serve you? Then Vamana said, all I need is 3 steps of land. And then Bali Maharaj, who is the king of the entire planet Earth, he said, what, just 3 steps? I can give you much more than that. Ask something bigger. Then Vamandev said, no, I just want 3 steps of land. Then Vamandev asks, so where should I place my first foot? Then Bali Maharaj said, you can place your first foot on this land itself, on this earth itself. And then in Vamana Avatara, the Lord expanded his foot to become a gigantic foot and occupied and covered the entire earth. And Vamandev asked Bali Maharaj, where should I keep my second foot? And then with his second foot, he covered the entire space, the entire sky and space. And then the third step, because he asked for 3 steps of land. Vamandev doesn't have 3 legs, but 1, 2, and then he comes back to the first one, right? So where should I keep my third leg? Then Bali Maharaj, he realized, by that time he realized, as Lord Vamandev showed his feature as Vikrami, the courageous one, and Vikrama, the one with the long strides, long steps, long foot. By this time, Bali Maharaj understood that person, even though he is a little dwarf standing in front of me, he is none other than Sri Mahavishnu himself. And then he surrendered, complete Sharanagati, Atmanivedana, and then he, with folded hands and bent his head, he said, oh my Lord, please place your foot on my head. Okay. So the word we, so we discussed Vikrami. Now we're going to discuss Vikrami refers to Vamana Avatara transforming into gigantic. Trivikrama to humble King Mahabali. So Vikrami, Trivikrama, Vikrama, all these are same names. Vikrami, Vikrama, Trivikrama, Vamana. So 4 names, they are all same. Now, since we discussed about Vikrami, now let's discuss about Vikrama. Giant strides. V means Vishesha Rupena, the king of the birds. V has 2 meanings. Vishesha Rupena, Krama is the movement or flight. Flight means the steps actually. So, Vishesha Rupena Krama iti Vikramaḥ. One who has the best movement, one who has gigantic movement, or one who moves with long strides, one who moves with Vishesha Gamanam. Gamanam means walking. Okay. So Vikrama, that is one meaning of V, means Vishesha Rupena. V has another meaning as Garuda, the king of birds. He moves around the world on Garuda to protect his devotees and carry them across the ocean of samsara. So we all know the story of Gajendra Moksha Leela. When Gajendra was caught by the clutches of crocodile, and as soon as Gajendra started chanting Gajendra Stuti, Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste, then Sriman Narayana came on Garuda and protected him. Vikrama. Next, Dhanvī. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī. Dhanvī means the wielder of the bow. The wielder of the bow. Om Dhanvine Namaha. Om Dhanvine Namaha. Om Dhanvine Namaha. Dhanurasya asti iti Dhanvī. He wields the bow expertly. As Rama, his bow is Kodanda. As Vishnu, he wields the great Saranga, earning the name Sarangapani. Okay. The Supreme Lord has different weapons: Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and Saranga. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and Saranga. Sa Shankha Chakram, sa Kirita Kundalam, sa Pita Vastram, Sarasiruhekshanam. Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhikaustubham Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. And then towards the end, we also have Shanga Dhanva Gadadaraha Radhangapani Rakshobhya Sarva Praharana Yudaha Sri Sarva Praharana Yuda Om Nama Iti. You're right. Towards the very end, maybe. Before Falashruti, before Vanamali Gadi Shangi, Radhangapa Shanka Brhannandaki Chakri Shanga Dhanva Gadadaraha Radhangapani Rakshobhya Sarva Praharana Yudaha. Shanka, Nandaki, Chakri, Shanga, Saranga, Shanga Dhanva. That is the word we are discussing here also, right? Dhanvī. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ. So basically Dhanvī means one who holds, one who wields the weapons. He is not simply holding just for a decoration or show off, but he wields the weapons. He exercises the weapon. He uses the weapons when needed. For Dushta Shikshana, he uses the weapons. Gadhadara, Radhangapani, Sarva Praharana Ayudaha. Sri Sarva Praharana Ayuda Om Nama Iti. Vanamali Gadhi Shangi. Vanamali, one who wears forest flowers as Krishna in Vrindavan. Gadi, one who holds Gada. Shanga, one who holds Saranga bow. Shanki, one who holds Shanka. Chakri, one who holds Shanka. Nandaki, one who holds Nandakam. So how different, how these names are coined in different ways just to indicate that they are holding, Bhagavan is holding these names. Gada becomes Gadi. The name of the person becomes Gadi. And Shanka, one who holds Shanka, his name is Shanki. One who holds Chakra, his name becomes Chakri. One who holds Nandakam is the sword. If you see in the temple, right, there is a long sword in the center of the Vigraha. There is a long sword. That is Nandakam. So Nandakam is the sword, and the person who is holding Nandakam is Nandaki. Shanki, Chakri, Nandaki, Gadi. Like that, Shanga or the Saranga is the bow, and one who is holding Sharanga or Saranga is Shangi or Shanga Dhanva. Shanga Dhanva Gadadaraha. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarva Shastra Bhritham Varaha. Ramo Shastra Sarva Bhritham Varaha. Sarva Shastra. Sarva means all. Shastra means weapons. Sarva Shastra, of all the weapons. Britam. Britam means one who, Britam Dhanvī, same meaning, one who wields, one who holds and wields. Of all the persons who is wielding the weapons, I am Rama, Lord Rama. Krishna is telling this in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter. Ramo Shastra Britam Varaha. Of all the persons who is holding, who is wielding the bow and arrow, I am Rama. Well, we all know how expertly Rama engages his bow and arrow. When Vishwamitra, when he needed help from Rama and Lakshmana to kill the demons who were disturbing the yajna being conducted by Vishwamitra Muni. Vishwamitra Muni came to Dasharath Maharaj and asked to send Rama Lakshmana. And then when Rama Lakshmana went with Vishwamitra Muni, Vishwamitra asked Rama to wield bow and arrow, just as a sample. And that bow and that arrow pierced into a mountain at a larger distance. It went into Patala Loka and then came back to Rama. So that's the power of Lord Rama's bow. That's why this word is used, Rama Banam. Rama Banam means if you give a word, it is like Rama Banam. A person who can fulfill his word, it is described as his word is like Rama Banam. That means there is no miss of target. Once Lord Rama releases his arrow, it will not miss the target. Similarly, a person who has this good quality of fulfilling his word, it is like Rama Banam. Okay? He never fails in fulfilling his promise or his word. And there are different names given here for the different weapons of Sriman Narayana. The conch shell of Bhagavan is called Panchajanyam. Both Krishna and Vishnu, when they are holding Shankha, it is called Panchajanyam. And the chakra is Sudarshanam. The Gada, Gaumodikam or Kaumodikam. Okay, Kaumodikam or Gaumodikam. And the sword is Nandakam. Bow is Saranga. So there is a stotram called Panchayuda Stotram. Just like how we recite Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, there is a Panchayuda Stotram of Sri Vishnu. The Panchayuda Stotram glorifies all these 5 different weapons, how these 5 different weapons protect the devotees. Okay, then Medhāvī. Medhāvī, great intelligence. Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om
Medhāvine
Medhāvine
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
Om Medhāvine Namaha.
So Medhāvī. What's the meaning of this Medhāvī? A person who combines great memory with great intelligence. Medhāvī. Great memory and great intelligence. So Medhāvī is that person who can remember things and who has the ability to produce things when needed. Okay? So this comes only with practice. This comes with practice, but Bhagavan is such an expert that there is no one, he's unparalleled. You know, his expert skill at remembering things and exercising intelligence is unparalleled. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, actually, first of all, from Bhagavad Gita itself, we can figure out how much of an eloquent speaker Krishna is. Krishna spoke 574 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. And that covers the entire philosophy that is needed for the rest of the creation, for the rest of eternity. Not just for Kali Yuga, not just for Dwapara Yuga, not just for Satya Yuga or Treta Yuga. That's 574 shlokas which Krishna spoke in 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hours. That gives the entire knowledge that is needed for the rest of the creation. So how much of an expert, eloquent speaker he is. Great memory and great intelligence. So another meaning of the word Medhāvī is Medha Bahugrantha Dharana Samarthyam. Bahugrantha Dharana Samarthyam. Bahugrantha. Grantha means scriptures. Bahugrantha means many scriptures. Dharana. Dharana means studying. Studying, understanding and assimilating the information. Dharana. Samarthyam means ability. Bahugrantha Dharana Samarthyam. One who has the expertise of reading many scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Upanishads, Puranas, and he has the ability to digest all that information, understand, and he also has the ability to produce that information when needed. Medha Bahugrantha Dharana Samarthyam. So when a person wants to take brahmacharyam, there are 4 ashramas, right? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. Brahmachari is a celibate. So one who will never get married and then who wants to lead a secluded life, but they have great interest in Shastra Adhyayana. So when the brahmachari takes up this process of Vidyabhyasam, the process of learning, the process of studying Vedas from a guru, there is something called as Samhita Dharanam. Samhita Dharanam. Samhita means different scriptures. Samhita Dharanam. So when they are taking this process, this Vidyabhyasam or Aksharabhyasam from a guru, they recite some mantra to Agni and they say this word Medhāvī Bhūyāsam. Medhāvī Bhūyāsam. That means let me be endowed with good memory and intelligence. Let me be endowed with good intelligence. Medhāvī Bhūyāsam. Medhāvī Bhūyāsam. Similar to Medhāvī, we hear other words like Tejasvi, one who is sharp. Okay? How does one become sharp? Because they have this intelligence. They have the great memory power and also great intelligence. That's why they are very sharp. Tejasvi. And the ability to grasp multiple subjects simultaneously with gigantic memory. A student's first prayer to Agni Bhagavan during Samhita Dharanam is Medhāvī Bhūyāsam. Let me be endowed with good memory. So all this while you are not seeing this slide? No. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Medhāvī, great intelligence. Next, kramaḥ, 80th nama is kramaḥ. Om Kṛtajñaḥ namaḥ.
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 So krama means he brings order to chaotic universe, controlling continuity, energy and progress. So when things in the universe are going in an orderly fashion, like there are 4 seasons that happen in a particular order, the planets are moving within their orbit, and everything seems to be in orderly fashion. So who is controlling this cosmic order? That order is called krama, a systematic order, some balance, okay, some balance in the universe, cosmic balance in the universe. Even a small deviation from the movement of sun or earth or any planet can cause havoc. So with surgical precision, Bhagavan is controlling the order in which everything is moving. Sometimes we see in our life that, oh, I'm trying to get this thing, but it's not happening. It will happen when it is the right time. Because he is controlling. Bhagavan is controlling as Krama, who has a name as Krama, he is controlling the order in which it is happening. So whatever is happening in our life right now, that is Bhagavan's plan. So what comes after this, we just have to wait and see. So this is there are series of events that happen in our life, right? So who is controlling this? Are we controlling? No, we make our own plans. We have some desires, we want things to go in particular order. But the reality is different. We see things happening in a different sequence, different order. Who is controlling this order? Bhagavan, who has the name as Krama. So Krama has 3 possible meanings. One who is the basis for the order of the universe, and one who controls and bestows the power of movement, and one who is highly prosperous. One who is highly prosperous. These are the 3 names. In simple words, Krama means order. Okay, Krama Paddhati. You might have heard this name, right? This word, Krama Paddhati. Krama. So he brings order to the universe. Krama also means movement. Hence, meaning applies to motion. Krama means order, Krama means movement, both. He is the one who brings order in the society, systematic order and balance, and he is the one who brings movement in the universe. And Krama can also indicate continuity, energy, or good progress, or development. One who has great prosperity. So one who is able to, in our bhakti life, how is this name Krama, or how is Bhagavan, who has this name as Krama, how is he controlling the series of events in our bhakti life? There has to be continuity. Whatever we are doing in our bhakti life, in our bhakti sadhana, there should be some consistency. It's not like, oh, today I read Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, and the next time I will read Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, maybe after 1 month, or maybe next weekend only. No, not like that. So, Krama, there has to be some continuity. And when you do things consistently, with determination, then you will get the energy. You will get that spiritual strength to do this more and more. Initially, it will be tough. Even to do once in a month is also tough. But as you keep on doing it consistently, regularly, that forms as a habit, and you will develop strength. It is just like going to a gym and working out in the gym every day, so that you develop that muscle strength. If you do once in a while, then you will not develop the strength. Similarly, any spiritual sadhana, for us to be able to continue and for us to get that spiritual strength, it is that krama. Okay, Bhagavan, who has the name as Krama, is making all these things happen. And when you are doing things consistently with determination, and as you gain spiritual energy, then you will be able to progress further. So Krama means progress also. Okay, that abhivruddhi, that progress, purogati, development, good progress or development. So continuity, energy, and good progress. Okay, there is a famous saying: if you are not moving forward, that means, what does it mean? You're stagnant. You're stagnant, that is one meaning. You're actually going backward. If you're not moving forward, you're wherever you are, and everyone else, they are moving 10 steps, 100 steps ahead of you. And if you're not practicing that sadhana, you might actually fall down further. You'll go back from where you are today. You'll fall down from where you are today. You will regress from regress or retrogress. What is the correct word? Regress, I think. Yeah. So you'll go back in your habits. You'll go back in your, for example, somebody who has a habit of waking up early. You worked very hard for 1 year to come from 6 o'clock wake up time to 5 o'clock wake up time. Now, from that 5 o'clock wake up time, if you are not making an effort to move further, to develop further, because the goal is to wake up in Brahma Muhurta, which is 3:30 or 4 o'clock, right? So if you're not aiming towards that, then you might go back to 6 o'clock again, right? Because eventually, if you are able to wake up in Brahma Muhurta, then you will have Saraswati Devi Kataksham in full, and you will never be you'll never fall down again. You'll never go back to your old habits. So continuity, energy, and progress. This is Krama. Another way to understand Krama is Shraddha Bhakti, Shraddha Rati Bhakti. Shraddha Rati Bhakti Anukramishyati. There is a beautiful Sloka in Bhagavatam. Satam Prasanga Mama Virya Samvidam. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha tajjosharada swapavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishyati. So what is the word that we are looking here? Krama. Anukrama. That means this is the sequence. What is the sequence and what are the things in that sequence? The first one is Shraddha, then Rati, then Bhakti. Shraddha means faith and attention. Rati means attachment, attraction. Bhakti, developing love for God, the loving service, devotional service for God. And these three things, they should happen in this Anukrama, in this sequence. It is not like first you get Bhakti, then Rati, then Shraddha. No, it's not a random order. It is a particular sequence, one after the other. Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti, Anukramishyati. They should happen in this order. So who is controlling this? Bhagavan. Bhagavan, who has the name as Krama, he is controlling all these sequences. The seasons. You see, the seasons, they happen in a particular order. They don't happen, first summer doesn't come. First, before summer, there is a spring. And before spring, there is it autumn? Winter. And before winter, fall or autumn, whatever. So these are the 4 seasons. And they happen in the same sequence. Anuttamo. Okay, this is a beautiful verse. So let's recite this shloka. Okay, I'll repeat. I'll recite one shloka, one line at a time. Repeat after me. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hrutkarna rasayana katah
भवन्ति हृत्कर्त्नरसायनाः
tajjoshanaदाश्वपवर्गवर्त्मनि
तज्जो
श्रद्धा रतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति
श्रद्धा
Shati. Yeah. So if you read the translation, right? Shraddha, from faith. Rati, attraction. Online people, are you seeing my screen?
No, Prabhuji.
No,
Prabhuji, it's
Prabhuji.
on the slide with the circles and 8
Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. Let me share this then. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's recite the shloka again then. Since online people, you could not see it. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido
ततां प्रसङ्गं
Satam
मम
prasangam
वीर्यसंविदो
bhavanti hritkārna rasāyana katah
Bhavanti
भवन्ति
Hritkarnarasāyanayakam
tajjoshanaदाश्वपवर्गवर्त्मनि
तज्जोषनादास्वपवर्गवर्त्मनि
Tajjosanadavargavargavartam
श्रद्धा रतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति
श्रद्धारतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति
Shraddha
Shraddha means from faith, Rati, attraction, Bhakti, devotion. Anukramishyati will follow in order. That means first Shraddha, then Rati, then Bhakti. They'll follow this order in a sequence. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. And thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. Okay, so first the faith and then the attraction, attraction for God, attraction for the process of bhakti, and then eventually we will develop the devotion. Okay, next. Next word is ātmanaḥ. ātmanah. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī. We covered Īśvara, Vikrama, Dhanvī, Medhāvī, vikramaḥ kramaḥ. Okay, then next one is anuttamo. Anuttama. Anu plus uttama. The ultimate, the best. Uttama, one whose superiors are non-existent. No one is equal to you in the three worlds. Bhagavad Gita 11.43. Krishna himself tells in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, Sloka number 7, Mattaha parataram nanyat. Mattaha parataram na anyat. There is nobody beyond me, there is nobody superior to me. Mattaha parataram na anyat. That is the first time Krishna telling about himself. Before 7th chapter, in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Sankhya Yoga. And only in 7th chapter he started giving knowledge about himself. And the way he introduces himself is, I am the Supreme. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjayaha mai sarvam idam proktam sutre manigana iva. There is no one superior to me. And just like a thread in a pearl necklace, I pervade this entire universe and I support. Okay. Avidhyamanaha. Avidhyamanaha uttamaha. One whose superiors are non-existent. No one is equal to you in the three worlds. So 11.43, Bhagavad Gita 11.43, what is that shloka? Let's look at that. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pugyascha gurur gariyan natvat samostya dhyabhita kutonyo lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. So this is the 11th chapter, 43rd shloka in Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujyascha gurur gariyan natvat samostya bhyadika kutonyo lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. So what is Arjuna saying here? You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you. That is the meaning of anuttamo, right? No one is greater than you. Nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds? O Lord of immeasurable power. Lord of immeasurable power. What is the meaning for this in Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram? Does anyone remember? There was a name in the previous shlokas where the Lord's qualities, His strength, His power is immeasurable. What is that name? Huh? You are close. You are close. Agrahya is one who cannot be grasped. Aprameya. Yeah, correct. Aprameya. Aprameya means immeasurable. His strength, His power, His beauty, everything is immeasurable. Krishna, Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, while describing about Krishna's beauty, His qualities and everything, he he writes one beautiful shloka. What is that? Yeah. Sarvadbhuta chamatkara leela kallola varidhi. Okay. Again, the sharing problem, right? सर्वाद्भुत चमत्कार लीला कल्लोल वारिधि अतुल्य मधुर प्रेम मंडित प्रिय मंडला त्रिजगन्मनसाकर्षी मुरली कलकूजिता असमानोर्ध्वरूप श्री विस्मापित चराचरः असमान ऊर्ध्व रूप श्री Asamana, nobody is equal. Urdhva, there is nobody above him. Rupa Shri, in his beauty, there is nobody equal or above. And also in his qualities. Trijagan Manasa Harshi, he attracts everyone in the three planetary systems. And with his love and devotion, with his affection, Atulya Prema, Atulya Madhura Prema, he attracts everyone. And his leelas are like a great ocean. Leela kallola varidhi. Okay, next name. Durādharṣaḥ. Durādharṣaḥ. Next name is Durādharṣaḥ. Om Durādharṣāya Namaha.
Om Durādharṣāya Namaha.
Om Durādharṣāya Namaha.
Om
Durādharṣāya Namaha.
Om Durādharṣāya Namaha.
Om Durādharṣāya
Namaha.
Durādharṣa means invincible. That means avyakta. He cannot be seen. He cannot be seen with our material senses. Cannot be vanquished by demons or foes. He can only be overcome by total surrender and bhakti. So there are two meanings of this is invincible, not invisible. Okay, I was confused. Invincible. Invincible means he cannot be conquered. He cannot be conquered with power. But he can only be conquered with devotion. We know in every yuga, in every avatara, when Bhagavan comes, never was there a time where he was defeated. Okay, there's only one time when he ran away from Jarasandha, but that is when Bhagavan wanted to complete another task. Because Rukmini Devi was going to send a letter through a Brahmana. That's why Krishna was rushing to Dwaraka to receive that letter, and then he had to immediately go to Vidarbha Desha to protect Rukmini. That is the only time when Krishna left the battle with Jarasandha, and Krishna and Balarama together, they jumped off of the cliff and then they went to Dwaraka. And that's why he is known as Ranachod, one who has escaped from the battle. Ranchod. Otherwise, nobody can can fight with him. Nobody can fight with him. Invincible. Nobody can conquer him. The only way to conquer him is through bhakti. We have seen how in Damodara Leela, how Yashodamma, how he binds Damodara, the little Bala Gopala, how Yashodamma binds Krishna around a grinding mortar. Adarsha, this name is Durādharṣaḥ, right? Adarsha means being overcome or being vanquished. So Durādharṣaḥ means the Lord who is invincible, who cannot be overcome or who cannot be vanquished. He can only be overcome by total surrender and bhakti. Okay. Next, Kṛtajñaḥ. Kṛtajñaḥ, kriti, ātmavān. Kṛtajñaḥ, grateful. Kriti, the doer. Ātmavān, established in greatness. Okay, I think Aarti is going on, right? Okay, so give us like 5-10 minute break. We'll attend Aarti and then come back. Okay? Okay, so next name is Kṛtajñaḥ. Om Kṛtajñāya Namaha.
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 So the name is Kṛtajñaḥ, but when you are adding, when you are reciting that name in a mantra style, it becomes Kṛtajñāya onto that person who has the name as Kṛtajña. Like Krishna is the name, it becomes Krishnaya. Kṛtajña becomes Kṛtajñāya. Like that. Kṛtajña, being grateful, appreciates the smallest act of devotion, a leaf, flower or water. He rushed to Draupadi's help and forgives all sins upon complete surrender. So this quality of Kṛtajña is very important, the Kṛtajñata. What is the Sanskrit dictionary meaning according to Amarakosha is Kritam. Kritam means an act done by somebody. Gna means to know. Janati iti gna. Kritam janati iti Kṛtajñaḥ. To know the act done by somebody. It's a favor, right? A favor, help that you received from somebody. We should know it. We should acknowledge it. We should remember it. And we should offer gratitude. We should offer gratitude. We should have gratitude in our heart. We should do something for them. We should reciprocate. If not reciprocating, if not doing something else for the other person, at least you should remember. In your heart, you should have that feeling of gratitude for that person. So, in the Shastra, there is a remedy, prayaschitta, repentance, for any kind of sinful activity. Even if you kill a child, there is a remedy for that. But the only thing for which there is no remedy is forgetting the help that you received from somebody. That is called Kṛtajñata. Kṛtajña means to remember the help that you received, and the opposite of Kṛtajña is Kṛtajña. Gna. There's only one syllable difference. Kṛtajña, Kṛtajña. To remember the help received and to forget the help received. Okay? 99.99999% of the people, they fall into the second category. They don't remember the help that they receive from others. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if one offers with love a fruit, flower, water and leaf, I will accept it. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Bhagavan is not asking for great opulent offerings. He is asking for simple offerings like patram pushpam phalam toyam, and he'll be satisfied and he will take care of us. Now the example of Draupadi is given there. What did Draupadi do actually? When Bhagavan came and offered help when Draupadi was being disrobed in the assembly, before that what did Draupadi do? One day when Bhagavan went to Draupadi's home during lunchtime, and by that time Draupadi already ate. Draupadi has Akshay Patra. Draupadi already served the 5 Pandavas and she also ate. The feature of Akshay Patra is as soon as she feeds all the Pandavas and as soon as she eats, then that's all. No more food produced after that. And then after she ate, after lunch time, then Durvasa Muni, along with 1,000 of his disciples, he came to this place. It was an arrangement strategically arranged by Duryodhana. Because Duryodhana knows the nature of Durvasa Muni. If he gets angry on anyone and curses, then they will be destroyed. So he expertly, very cleverly sends Durvasa Muni after lunch time, so that everybody eats and then Akshay Patra cannot produce any food. So Durvasa Muni goes like that, and he says, we all came here to eat lunch. So we are going to go to the river, take bath and come in few minutes. By that time you keep the food ready. And here Draupadi is really worried. What to do now? If I don't feed Durvasa Muni, he'll get angry and he'll curse me. And then Krishna comes there. Krishna comes and he asks for food. And Draupadi doesn't have anything. And she tells to Krishna that, oh Krishna, today the food is all served to everybody and I don't have anything else to offer to you. Krishna says, bring your cooking vessel. Maybe there will be something left over. Let me see. And then when Draupadi brings that pot, that Akshay Patra, there is 1 grain. And Krishna eats that 1 grain, and then the entire Loka is satisfied. And then little later, Durvasa Muni, along with 1,000 disciples, he comes to the hermitage of Draupadi. And the say Durvasa Muni and all other sages, they say that we don't feel like eating. We are very full. We are very happy with your hospitality. We are very happy with your willingness to serve us with food. But actually we are not hungry. We are very full. So we'll take leave. And then they left from that place. And just because Draupadi gave that 1 grain, later, when the Pandavas were in danger in the Kurukshetra war, Krishna protected all of them. Krishna protected the Pandavas. Kṛtajñaḥ. Similarly, in Ramayana also we see like how Lord Ramachandra remembers the small help done by Guha. When he was going for Vanavasa in the beginning, he meets with Guha, and Guha helps Rama cross that Ganga river. And also after a few days when Bharat comes there, Guha personally helps Bharat cross Ganga river. Not only that, he arranges for different boats and boatmen to search for Rama in different directions, and then he gives a pointer to Bharat to find in which direction he can find Rama. And along with Bharata, Guha also goes. For that help, Rama remembers that, and then when he kills Ravanasura and then he's returning to Ayodhya for Pattabhishekam, he sends a message with Hanuma to go to Guha and invite him for Pattabhisheka. So just for a small help, he remembers and he reciprocates. Kṛtajñaḥ, grateful. And this gratefulness, Kṛtajñata of Bhagavan is described in Bhagavad Gita in many other places where Bhagavan says that if one renders devotional service, even a small amount of devotional service, he never forgets that. Let's say in this lifetime we have done some devotional service for some time, for 5 years, 10 years, let's say. And after that, due to the influence of Maya, material energy, we deviate from the bhakti path. But Krishna does not forget that. So he will give the benefit of that in the next life. In the next life, he will give a birth in a good family so that we can continue the bhakti journey from the very beginning. So that is only because of his gratefulness, his Kṛtajñata. Because we have done something to him, he is reciprocating. Kṛtajñata, grateful. Next one, Kriti, the doer. Om Kritaye Namaha. Om Kritaye Namaha.
Om Kṛtaye Namaha.
Om Kritaye Namaha.
Om Kṛtaye Namaha.
Kriti, the doer. Without his grace, not even an atom can move. We are simply the light bulb. He is the electricity flowing through us. Kriti, the doer. So in this world, we think we are the doer. That is ahankara. So even a small amount of task, if we become successful, we think it's because of my hard work. But it is actually Bhagavan's mercy through which we are able to do anything. Anything that we are able to do, it is only because of Bhagavan's mercy. Okay, so he is the actual doer. We are just an instrument. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna actually killed all the Kauravas, and he showed in that Vishwarupa form, he showed to Arjuna how all the Kauravas are entering into his mouth like fireflies and getting killed. And then Krishna tells Arjuna, now you just pick up your bow Gandiva and then you act, you pretend as if you are fighting. And you take the credit and win the kingdom and you enjoy the kingdom. So he is doing all the task, he is the doer, Kriti, but he is giving the credit to his devotees. Kriti. So when we acknowledge that he is the doer, he is the actual doer, he is actual Karta, Kriti, then we will be happy. In Bhagavad Gita 5.29, chapter 5, Sloka number 29, Krishna tells, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. Bhoktaram, I am the enjoyer, ultimate enjoyer. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam, of all the yajnas, fire sacrifices, I am the benefactor. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. I am the controller of all the planets. Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Suhridam, I am the well-wisher of everyone. Sarva Bhutanam. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the well-wisher. I am a friend and well-wisher of everyone. Jnatva Mam Shantim Ruchasi. Whoever knows this, they will be in peace. That means whoever knows that Bhagavan is the doer, they will be in peace. Otherwise, we have this great anxiety of, when we do something, if it fails, we are worried, right? Or before even the result comes, we have the anxiety. Oh, will I pass or fail? Will I succeed or fail? What if this thing goes wrong? We have this anxiety. But if we just do it as an instrument, just do it as a service to Bhagavan, then we will not have that anxiety. So that is Kṛti. We should remember Bhagavan as the doer.
Is any good or bad action is also Bhagavan is the doer?
Yes, whether it is good or bad, both are Bhagavan's plan only. Because that bad in our life, temporarily, momentarily, it may look bad, but in the long run, there is something good that's going to happen. And we don't know at that time, but if we wait patiently, we will know it for sure. Yeah. Because after all, he's our father, right? A father can never do anything bad to the children. So even if it is temporarily appearing like a punishment, like a suffering, but that is actually good for us, good for our spiritual progress. A material difficulty is actually good for our spiritual progress. We just have to be patient. Okay, next, the last word.
Gone.
It's gone. Okay, yeah. ātmavān. ātmavān, established in greatness, the true owner and controller of souls, rooted entirely in his own glory, completely independent. Om ātmavate namaha.
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 So ātmavān, he is established in his own greatness. So he is the real owner and controller of the souls of those who act virtuously. Hence he is ātmavān. So our sincerity of devotion, our faith, our surrender unto him will become the cause of our liberation. So in order to get liberated from this material world, we have to be faithful to him. We need to have Shraddha on him. We need to have sincere devotion for him. And we need to surrender unto him. So then he, as an ātmavān, he who is established in his own greatness, he will liberate us. So he is he is independent. He is completely independent. Sarvabhauma. He is completely independent. Sarvabhauma. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas abhigna swarat. Swarat means he is independent. That's the meaning of the word ātmavān. He is established in his own greatness. He does not need to, he is not dependent on anyone. He is not dependent on Varuna Dev in order to shower rains in the world. If he wants, he can directly shower rain. Because in fact, who is giving the ability to Varun Dev to shower rains, it is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. So like that, he is self-independent, he is self-sufficient, he is independent, he is complete in himself. Ātmavān. Like Vidvan means one who possesses Vidya. Dhanavān, one who possesses Dhana. Like that, ātmavān. Ātmavān means one who is self-sufficient. Atma is self. One who is self-sufficient is ātmavān. One who is established in his own greatness, is completely independent and does not need help from anyone. Even for his happiness also, he does not need anyone's help. He is ātmavān because he is firmly established in his own greatness. But what is the beauty? What is the beauty of the Lord? Even though he is completely independent, he is Swarat, but he acts as if he is dependent on his devotees. He acts as if he is dependent on his devotees. When Krishna was born as a child to Yashodamma, he was acting as if he cannot survive without Yashodamma feeding him. He cannot survive without Yashodamma giving him butter. He cannot survive without Yashodamma putting him to sleep. He cannot survive without Yashodamma giving him bath and decorating him. He was completely dependent on Yashodamma. So even though he is ātmavān, completely independent, but he acts as if he is dependent. Okay? And Krishna tells in Srimad Bhagavatam that aham bhakta paradīnaha, I am dependent on my devotees. Aham bhakta paradīno hi asvatantra ivadvijaha. Asvatantra. Swatantra means independent. Asvatantra means I am not independent. I am not independent. I am dependent on my devotees. So when we serve him with sincere devotion, when we show faith, when we surrender to him, then he becomes dependent on us. Otherwise, he is self-sufficient, he is independent, he is Swarat. So that is the last one, ātmavān. So all the 11 names of Shloka 9, the holistic approach, the synthesis, supreme power, wisdom and order, and boundless grace. Īśvaro Vikramī vikramaḥ anuttamo Durādharṣaḥ, they are all talking about his supreme power. His will is absolute and invincible. And wisdom and order, Medhāvī vikramaḥ kṛtir ātmavān. This shows his wisdom and order. And boundless grace, Dhanvī Kṛtajñaḥ, he wields his weapons to protect the devotees and repays the smallest devotion with immense gratitude. The perfect balance of God, who is vastly powerful, intimately intelligent, and deeply loving. So this is Shloka number 9. Let's all recite this Shloka together one last time, and then we will conclude for the day. Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī
Īśvaro Vikramī Dhanvī
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
Medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ
anuttamo Durādharṣaḥ
anuttamo Durādharṣaḥ
Kṛtajñaḥ kṛtir ātmavān.
Kṛtajñaḥ kṛtir ātmavān.
Okay, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you all next week.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.